Hi guys, I'm Buckwsr, putting the do into do-it-yourself, and I'm here with a Scott's lawn tractor. I believe this is from the late 1990s, so it's a little over 20 years old. It's actually in pretty good shape. It runs, but it surges up and down. It's got a single cylinder Kohler engine. It will start and run, but it surges up and down, up and down. It's kind of aggravating. So our goal today is to fix that and get it running smoothly. So I'll give you a little information on this Scott's lawn tractor. I had it running 2 years ago. And then it got parked and sat. Kind of a long story, but it hasn't run until now in 2 years. So I had to put a new battery in it, or newer battery. The other one was completely shot. And had to do a few other things because it was parked for 2 years outside undercover, but I had to remove the engine shroud. We had a nice nest, mouse nest, the remnants of which is right there. I had to get that out and cleaned out. So I haven't put the shroud back on or those side panels. As a result of the mice moving in, there were some chewed wires. I had to fix them. So I haven't put everything all back together, but only enough to fire it up and get it to run. So that's when I discovered that surging. So what I'd like to do is see if it'll fire up for us now and let you take a listen to how that engine sounds now. Alright, so you hear it running and you hear it surging. It's not as bad as some engines that I've heard. You can see the governor arm moving back and forth as it's hunting and surging. And yeah, I think what I want to do is I want to take down that carburetor, give it a thorough cleaning, put it through the ultrasonic cleaner, and see if we can, because it just sat for so long with old fuel, and it's just probably not getting good fuel flow through that carburetor. It's running too lean, and that's why it's hunting and surging. So I'll show you how to do that, and hopefully we can get this running a little bit more smoothly. Other than that, it's a great tractor, and happy to have it, and I think we can improve on its performance here. So let's go ahead and take that carburetor off and see if we can resolve this hunting and surging issue. Alright, let's see if I can show you how to do this. I've already removed the air cleaner cover and the air filter, so that part's done. Now we've got two, these are I think 10 millimeter nuts that hold on that air filter housing. So they'll come off real quick. Okay, these wires are for the headlights, kind of in the way, but they do work. It's really a nice tractor for being over 20 years old. So this comes out. Breather hose goes from here over to here, and I already taken that off. All right, now this will slide on these posts. And we have to, I'm going to disconnect this wire that goes to the anti-backfire valve. Then right here I've got an 8 millimeter ground wire for that anti-backfire solenoid. So he has to come off. Also serves to hold this shield in place. Do have to remove the fuel line. Alright, I got a fuel shutoff valve, so that will keep fuel from leaking. Otherwise you'd have to clamp that fuel line. Alright, so this should come off the posts, and now that it's loose here, I can remove these linkages. The choke linkage is this guy here. He's off. And then the throttle linkage has a plastic retaining clip. Comes undone there. And then pops off. You don't want to lose that guy. Then that comes off. Like so. So there's our carburetor. It's removed from the engine. Now we can take it apart and give it a good cleaning. Oh, there we go. Okay. We may have some fuel coming out here at the bottom of the bowl. Yeah, and we do have some crud in there. And that little crud can easily clog up the small jets in the carburetor. And this is our anti-backfire solenoid. We'll set him aside. Up on the table, I also have my ultrasonic cleaner, and the parts are going to go in there. Then I'll add a soap and water solution by which that will be our cleaning solution. I want to take off the bowl float, which is this guy right here, this pin. That's pretty tight. Alright, that guy comes out. I'll lose him. So now our float and the needle come out. I'm going to take off this gasket. I'm going to clean that separately. You can buy rebuild kits that would include this new gasket, but I'm going to reuse it and see if I can do this without having to spend any money. I will say this, keep it away from the carburetor cleaner if you're going to use some of that, because that sometimes ruins these gaskets. So I make just clean it with a damp rag, but not with the solvent. Alright, so oftentimes this jet right up the middle can come out, although I don't know if that's possible. Sometimes it's got a screw, a slot for taking it out, like with a screwdriver. I don't see any of that in there this time. Alright, so for now, that's all I'm going to do, is I'm going to submerge this in our ultrasonic cleaner, run it a few times. After that, we'll take it out, dry it off, and then I'll shoot some carb spray through it. I want to make sure that main jet up the middle is not clogged. We'll use some fine wire type tools to make sure it's clean and clear. Here's our, I guess this is our low speed jet. Let me see if he'll come out. So this would be adjustable, and he looks kind of crudded up, the spring, so we'll put him in there too. Alright, so that's really all the parts that we're going to disassemble off of this guy. Let's put him in the ultrasonic and get that guy filled up and running. Purple Power is the industrial strength cleaner that I use in my ultrasonic cleaner. So a few ounces of that, then some very hot water I mean tap hot, not boiling hot, but out of the hot water tap, and then we'll run it and clean that carburetor out. Okay, we're back from the ultrasonic cleaning, and I'm going to blow it out with some shop air. Not bad. And now I want to just make sure that this main jet through there is clean, and I got some carburetor cleaner spray that I'm going to use. Shoot up in there. And I got some thin brushes and wires, and just trying to make sure that that guy's clean and clear. Might not even have one quite small enough. Yeah, so there's a lot of passages that you just can't get instruments into, so that's the advantage of the ultrasonic cleaner. It can clean places that you otherwise are inaccessible. All right, I think we'll blow that dry, and then you're ready to reassemble. All right, let's put it back together. This is our low-speed jet. I'm just going to take it in as far as it goes, then back it off. About a turn and a half. All right, now let's see if we can put the float back in. Needle. There we go. It's pretty good. Now, I ripped that gasket that I was trying to preserve, but I've got another one that I think is going to work. The bowl gasket. Bowl. This guy. All right. That carburetor's back together. Let's put it up on the machine and see how it goes. Yeah, it seems to be running a lot better now. When I first fired it up, it did have a little bit of a surge, and maybe it still has a slight hiccup, but it's pretty good. Really smooth there at low idle also. Yeah, that feels a lot better. got to feel good about that project. It's running a lot better than it was. Hopefully that gives you some ideas. I always wonder about ultrasonic cleaners. Is it really necessary? What if I had just soaked that carburetor for a couple hours in hot soapy water? Would that have been enough? I don't know. But it is running well, and I got some other things to do. I can put the engine shroud back on. I got a new set of blades for the cutting deck. And so I'll finish up some of those projects, and this Scott's lawn tractor will be back in service. Thank you for watching. Feel free to leave a comment or a question, and I will look forward to seeing you on our next video. Bye-bye.